Welcome to the Paradigm Shift, episode 102. 102 weeks. Commitment, baby. We have a special guest on today, Sonia. I couldn't be more excited. Big Dave, I see you. I'm bringing you on right now. How much pretty pastrami did this cat consume? Let's find out. Sonia, I see you. We're going to bring you on lesson five. I saw you were also having a badass boxing workout this morning, which is awesome. I love the alignment. Drop your current state in the chat from 1 to 10. Let's see how everybody's feeling today.
What's going on? It's Mobile.
How you doing,
Meltzer
you
going to
Panther?
Madison, Wisconsin for family weekend and left the two office hour filmings that we had with holy moly, over 50 interviews in 2 days, and the biggest names that we could get except for Craig Siegel wasn't there. He's prioritizing amazing stuff over hanging out with me, but that's okay.
Congratulations on another season. I saw the posts, some really cool names. I'm so excited to listen to the interviews. That's one of the many things that you do so great is you bring together such cool, dynamic people, and the common denominator in all those people is you.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. Whether it was Joe Dispenza, who's amazing, or some surprise guests like Al Harrington, 16-year NBA All-Star. He was amazing. Adam Schefter,
Yep.
Jim Quick, Austin Eckler. The list goes on. And people ask me, "What's your favorite interview?" I can't remember. Right? If you got a system down where you're, 50 some interviews in 2 days, over 100 interviews in the 4 days of filming. What was surprising? Grant Cardone, who I love, man. That guy brought it, and just. A lot of humility and understanding and wisdom has evolved with his 10X program, and an extraordinary entrepreneur. I got a lot more depth in what he was doing. A couple of housewives, Teddy Mellencamp, as well as Sonia Richards-Ross. It was, I don't know, man. It's just still a blur. I flew out, landed at, got here at 2 a.m. and now I got to drive to Madison to be there for a 10 a.m. sorority breakfast.
A sorority breakfast, that's awesome. Yeah, and it's cool. I'm glad that you said that about Grant because I'm a fan as well. And I think a lot of people probably don't associate him with the word humility. So I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, everybody, as your brand grows, and you'll find this out because you're going to be huge, Craig Siegel. Everybody forgets how much older Grant and I are than Craig. So, that 20 years we got on him. Imagine if you keep doubling every year where you're at today, how much bigger you'll be than Grant or I, and hopefully how much more wealthier you'll be than Grant and I. Just keep doubling that income as well. But, you're going to learn a lot of lessons of humility along the way. And I know I know Grant has, and it's nice that he's illuminating just the growth that he's had. And it just adds to this unbelievable wisdom and success that a lot of these people have had. I can't remember all of them, and I apologize. I don't want to list them out, but we have a system down. That was the other part. My team was the biggest compliment that I could have, and I've learned a lot about how to scale. Because I, like you, was a Lone Ranger with a saddle buddy, and to have 30 people full time, 30 interns, 300 outsourced people, it's a lot. And you got to have systems in order to accommodate.
Yeah, hell yeah. This is so good. And we're going to bring on Sonia in just a second, but I couldn't help but think, how much cute cottage cheese.
It was really more the Eckler sandwiches that Ike provided us. And I had the Ike and Eckler eye candy. And, I just got to tell you, I'm getting better and better looking. I got to go outside my humility. I don't care what all those haters on TikTok say. You can call me fat, but I'm still good looking.
That's looking for me, guys. And you mentioned in 20 years, I have an opportunity to surpass your brand and wealth. That might be true. But one thing I'll never surpass is your good looks. And I'm going to bring on Sonia right now. But while I do, I want to ask you a quick question for the audience listening. If you're not checking out Dave's content, do so right after the paradigm shift. And I saw you talk about this, and I've seen it all from you, but not this. It's one thing to run the empty mile, but to add in the compassionate mile. That was a
Yeah,
little bit of
well,
a
you know, a
twist.
lot
Tell
of
us what you
people
mean,
go the
Big
extra
Dave.
mile every once in a while, and then they use the extra mile that they stayed up till 2 a.m. on a Saturday to justify why they're not where they are. And those people that go the extra mile every day live in the empty mile. But can you do it with a smile? Can you do it with compassion? Can you do it with gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and the ability to effectively communicate the light, the love, and the lessons that you learn? Because remember, if you live in the empty mile, if you do something every day, your best, learn lessons and have fun, it will tell you all the secrets, but will you be abundant with those secrets and empower others to empower others and make everyone better around you? Speaking of making us better, why don't you introduce our amazing guest?
Yeah, Sonia, I'm so excited to have you on today. I've been feeling this is the first of many times we're going to collab. For our audiences that might not be familiar, do a deep dive, play catch up. What I think is most valuable, we just have an awesome conversation today. First of all, thank you for joining us.
I'm
Before we dive in, we're going to get a little weird. You ready for
David's
us?
already talking like my love language, humility, systems, team, sexiness. Like, let's fucking go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, and there's so many nuggets that we can choose, but I want to obviously be conscious of time. I want to ask a couple of your hits. I saw you posting about the more you shine, the more shadows you cast, and this is something that I've definitely dealt with over the last year, and I think for people in the audience, it could probably help them
And
too. Tell us what you mean by
I
that.
find it beautiful. I find it beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
so into like hearing you guys talk. And, so many of my friends were on your show just even yesterday. It's like, I love seeing people shine. It makes me so happy. Like it makes me so there's no difference. Say hi to my kids. There's no difference for me between, me shining or helping other people shine. And that is so beautiful. And if we can start, messaging that it go big, go all out, love hard, play big, empower your people, bring in your team, especially us women as well. It's like there's so much space. There's so much space for us. There's so much space to shine in a beautiful way. You know, I love that message so much because instead of, getting into this comparison game, it's not about that. Like, I see you, I support you, I love you, I cheer for you, I clap for you, and I want to see you shine. And the more you get excited and the more you get empowered by seeing other people shine, the more your life just starts being absolutely fucking epic.
Dave, you
She's
pretty good to your neighborhood or
amazing,
what?
and it's so nice to see people that understand being a celebrant is so much more important than being a
Yeah.
celebrity. But to be a celebrant, you got to let your light shine to liberate other people. And I think one of the superpowers that I really hone in to is to make sure that I illuminate my human deficiencies so that people feel comfortable that, hey, this might sound odd. I think I empower more people because they look at me and I'm not intimidating. I'm not Tony Robbins. I'm not 6'6", standing on a stage, handsome as can be. I'm not the smartest and strongest guy. And so people look at me and go, wow, if this guy can be happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy, I can be happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy. And liberating your own light and sharing it with others, and walking in a room and not just what you say, do, think, believe, but what you feel. Like without saying a word, Sonia came in here and I lit up while I was talking and all of a sudden connected emotionally, and she didn't say a word.
Yeah, 100%. And your energy introduces you before you even speak, really, with everyone. Right, Sonia?
I love that you're in the car right now. I love that you saw my story before where I my boxing to then have my kids to then and I love that we are able to show that it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's just you and that's so enough. And if you can come from a place of just own authenticity and you bring epic people together. And what I love about what you guys are doing is one, consistency. I value habits, rituals. Like the one, you want to be in that 1%, you want to play with the 1%, you want to be around that 1%, you have to live in that 1%. Like I love it. You were in Vegas yesterday, you're in the car, but you didn't cancel. How easy is it for us to be, I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that. But if you move away from all these like disempowering words and you actually speak abundance and love and fucking power, and you're calling your friends and you're like, I'm on a live right now and I'm driving, the Uber's lost and I love it. Like this is life. I love the journey. I'm obsessed with the journey. The goals, yeah, that's fun and we play and there's abundance, but I feel like if we're so focused on just the goal, we miss the magic of today, of right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
this is
just
all
dying
David.
because
Go
I
ahead.
just
I know
love
you're gonna love
you,
this.
Sonia, and thank you so much. I said Sonia because I was thinking of Sonia Richards Ross, who's a new Beverly Hills. I'm not Beverly Hills. She's, I think, Atlanta housewife, but four Olympic gold medals, right? Like she carries the spirit of excellence with
Yes.
everything she does on ESPN, on the Housewives, and you just have to really love yourself. And I know it's difficult for people who want to give, healers out there, all types of different service providers, military, first responders, all our healthcare, our teachers. One of the things that I want to empower them that you possess, and I don't know how I haven't had you out in Vegas on our show, but you have to come on and inspire our community and be a part of it. But
Amen.
but people don't like to receive. So I wanted to ask you, Sonia, obviously you live in a value add world of more than enough of everything for everyone. But you have to be able to give the meaning of your past in order to effectuate that trajectory, to enjoy the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential. But how do you get comfortable with receiving so that you can have all this energy, time, emotion, value to give to other people? I mean, you got kids I got 4 kids, you got kids, and yet we're showing up all the time because we know how to receive
Yes.
before we give.
Yes. I feel like
Great question.
the way that I feel when, you know, I get obsessed with, oh, I have to hook you up with this. Oh, I have to introduce you to this. I have to call Jim and be like, yes, Brad Lee was my boy. Like I love hooking people up. It makes me so happy. But why wouldn't I give the opportunity for other people to give that gift too? Like it's a gift to be able to give. It's a gift to be able to be the one who's giving of your time if you have time, of your money if you have money, of your network and resources if you have network and resources. It's the greatest gift to be on the giving side. And for me, I that's why my community is my tribe. They're in the house. They show up for you because if you start showing up for other people, you then also have to start going like we have so much of us who give and give and give. We always have this kind of like, oh, well, I give and give and nobody's giving back. Well, because you have to be open and abundant for that as well. And you have to start surrounding yourself with people that you want to play with, that you want to live life with, that you want to go all out with. Once you start surrounding yourself with that conversation, it's like the energy comes, the power comes, the fun comes, the relationship comes. So for me, my life is a non-transactional life. I'm obsessed with relationships. I don't want, and I'm good. Like I just want to serve. If we can impact more together, my house is your house, my stage is your stage. Let's go around the world and just give so much energy and love, and that is so addictive, and that is the true definition of abundance. Just giving without this wanting to have back.
Dave, I don't know if we've ever had a guest in 102 weeks in a row that was more in
Yeah, that's
alignment
my word. Yeah,
with what
I'm
we talk
completely
about.
aligned. Yeah, that's my word.
And connected, right? Like it's one thing to understand the paradigm shift of what you are, and I help and hopefully teach and explain and inspire people to know I am and figure out what we're doing to interfere with it. But when you get someone like Sonia on here, that there's no interference, no ego that's between the ego, myself, and you, that just instantaneously, you're not trying to prove anything. What you're trying to do is improve. And that's a big difference. And you're an improver, you're a celebrant, and you're a light. And I want more people to replicate that. And one other thing I want to talk about, you talked about consistency, and obviously, you know, I live by consistency. I believe in there's three characteristics of energy. It aggregates on itself. That's why your tribe is your vibe. And it compounds on itself, which is why your community grows exponentially. And then it accelerates on itself. It speeds up and things happen faster and faster. If you may have been on earlier, I was encouraging Craig to remind him that he's 20 years younger than me, and that I can't even imagine how much impact he's going to have because of aggregation, acceleration, and compounding effect of these vibes. For you, how do you install patience? Because people like us that are super hyper energy, clear, you know, it's so difficult because we it's not transactional. We want everyone to know what we have, and we want everyone to experience it. How do you install patience into that excitement and energy that you have?
Patience has never been my thing, just because I'm all about life. Like I love this. I love this. And I'm about, you know, we're doing Paris, and then I'm doing Spain, and then I want to show, because my vision and my mission is so clear and I'm so aligned with what I'm doing, that I want to be the person that you can look at and go, maybe I can do that. You know, when I was growing up, like I come from the fashion industry, right? My dad owned Guess Jeans in Canada, and I moved to LA on my own, and I got scouted to do a bunch of things. But then I realized I have no idea who I am. Like, I just don't know. And most of us coaches, we're the most messed up ones. That's why we go into personal development, right? 23 years coaching. There was like stages, but it was all boys. It was all men. There was no women on stage. I didn't have like, who's that woman that can show me that I can be a mom, and like my kids are having a breakdown right now, and that's cute and it's okay. And they'll figure their life out, and it's really loud, and I kind of am triggered by that, but I'm like, they'll figure it out. Oh, they're gonna come out. Awesome. When I'm gonna do it, baby, I got 10 minutes left. Then we're gonna go boxing. Don't hit.
I love it.
Close my door. Close my door. It's not that kind of party yet.
Bring them on. Bring them on. Hey, buddy.
Daughter Mia. My son Yanu. I have 3 stepsons, so it goes 5, 9, and 3 stepsons, 18, 25, 27. Let's rock and roll. I'm back on.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Listen to my life. What I wanted to see is a woman that can be this and that. I wanted to see a woman on stage with men, but that's bringing in her ladies, that's bringing in her girls, that is bringing in her tribe. I wanted to see a woman. I was always told I have so much energy, nobody's ever, and I'm so driven that no, he's cute,
buddy.
I like him.
I like
he's good. And he's been on like so many stages. Hi. So a lot of stages, you know, and he just like lives his own life. But I wanted to be that woman that I wanted to see. Like, I didn't have mentors that, you know, were showing me that it's okay to dream big. It's okay to be a woman that just wants more. And then the problem is, you get to a place where you're in such abundance. Like, I don't need anything. Now I just want to serve. I just want to play. I just want to show people that they can be authentically them, not me. Like, we don't need another Sonia. That's a lot of energy. Like, but them. And they could play, and they could surround themselves with epicness. And the more alignment they have in their life, the more these people are just going to manifest themselves, and it's going to be energy versus energy. And together, you can impact so much more.
It's incredible. When you think about, you know, and I'm studying the idea of a unified, abundant, infinite system of thought, when we say we don't want another Sonia, but we want Sonia to be part of that unification, that system of thought that people can delve into when they don't feel 100%, when they, like every human being, each day gets kicked in the face. They can have a little bit of Craig, a little bit of David, a little bit of Sonia there for them in the unified system of thought to give them the right perspective and participate in that perspective in a trajectory that they want to be in. Not what my greatest challenge is to get people in that trajectory, because so many people are setting themselves into a spiraling trajectory or a trajectory because of social media of what other people want.
Because so what we want to, what we get to do is we get to lead by example. We get to show that we get knocked in the face. Like, I'm in my space, I'm in my world, I'm up on stage, and I'll be fully transparent, authentic, and go, I fucked up. I did so many things, and I learned, and that's life, and I'm still going through it. And the more you grow, and the more you're public, and the more people you impact, the more you're getting out of the safety, right, of out. And then people will judge, but that's beautiful, that's okay, because that's their lessons to learn, that's their journey, that's their uncomfort. For me, I want to be able to be so completely me and wake up and say, I'm fucking tired, but I'm hitting the gym anyways, because that's what I do. That's what I do. Excellence is the habits. Excellence is being able to have an excellent team. Excellence is being able to delegate all the stuff you don't like to do. I do 0 things I don't like to do. I don't answer emails. I don't answer my stuff. I am in my zone of genius. I do build strategies. I build tribes. I'm on stages. I want to impact. That I don't do good on. I'm not good at that. So let people that love doing that do what they do.
Yeah, hell yeah. There's so many things that I just want to say this. Back up for a second. You said something I love, like when you're on stage, you're like, oh, I fucked up. One of the many things that you do that I love and I want to acknowledge you for, and I teach this too, is give yourself permission to be less than perfect, right? The action is better than no action, and love
I'm
it.
teaching one of my mastery, my business mastery thing, and I'm like, get into action even though the limiting beliefs, get into action even though the fear, even though they're always going to show up, and there's more that's going to show up, because the more you stretch yourself, all of a sudden it's like life going, oh yeah, bitch, you could take it. Let me give you this. Yeah. Oh, so now that's why I love boxing so much. It's like, slip, boom, slip, boom. That's your life. It's just that. And it's beautiful, but the slip is the journey too. Because that builds your character. That builds your superhero. That's what we empower our children to do, our tribe to do, our community to do. Will that be a lot for so many people? That's okay, but then they'll come back and they go, this girl, she's so much, but I fucking love her because she just
Sonia, you're a special cat.
that before.
No, you are. You're special, and I love your vibe, and I can't wait to do more
Wow,
of you. Dave, I
you
see you
know when
smiling from ear
someone's
to
on
ear.
the same frequency as you, and your frequency is your neighborhood, and I just love to see people that are so young and so powerful in themselves, and they've learned the lessons that took me much longer to learn because I'm the king of fuck ups, and I try to illuminate it. I think about when I started this journey trying to empower others, and I told my buddy Gary, I'm like, dude, I can't believe I'm telling people I went bankrupt.
Yes.
And he's like, oh my gosh, David. He goes, just wait till you start really telling the truth. Everybody can find out you went bankrupt. That's nothing. You don't understand what it's like to be truthful. And I've been working on that. I will tell you, one of the things that made me smile so big is I believe exactly what Sonia believes. I did everything I could to make sure that I'm in my zone of genius. I like to show up, and that's it.
That's it.
In fact, I'm trying to figure out how to pay someone to worry for me, because and that's why I think I hired my daughter for that reason, because she's like the closest person I could have and let her worry. But you are planting seeds, everyone, especially the young people like you two. Like, you don't even understand. I'm love being older because I get to walk around and people come up to me from 10, 15, 20 years and be, hey, I read your book 10 years ago. I was in the basement of my mom's house crying, and I don't know how I found this video or whatever. And they can't even talk to me because they're like, you changed my life. I said, no, I didn't. I did not. You changed your life.
Yeah.
I gave you a little view of what you could do. That's all I did. I gave you one little view that changed the way you look at things. And then all the things you looked at started to change. But you had to do the work. You can't just watch a Sonia video, a David video, or a Craig video, and your life is going to change. but it may give you some insight how to change the way you look at it. And then you put that, why, you know, I love also, sorry, I'm rambling, but my first 5 minutes suck when I work out. I did not want to work out today. I flew in at 2 a.m. to Chicago. I'm driving out to Madison for a family weekend, and I'm like, oh, I do not want to work out, but that's what I do.
But you do.
And when I finished, I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I did that. I just told myself when I walked to the gym at the hotel, first 5 minutes are going to suck. And you can go back to bed. After the first 5 minutes, you go back to bed, because 0 to 1 is way harder than 1 to 100.
Say that louder. Say it louder.
Zero to one is so much harder than 1 to 100. And that's why you two got to get on stages, keep on getting on them, more videos, keep planting seeds under trees that you may never sit under.
It's so beautiful, because when people, you know, it's so easy. I'm tired. I'm this, I'm that. But by us showing a life that you can be this and be that. You can do this and do that. You could be a mom and be on stages. You could be a badass bitch, and you could be kind and empathetic and be so giving and so loving and tell people that you love them and truly mean that. But loving someone means seeing the potential in them. As a coach, I see you and I'm obsessed with your results. So I want you to rise and I want you to surpass me. And then I want you to go inspire my daughter. I'm obsessed with, we're all I want to inspire your kids, Craig, when you get them. Here's the what am I?
I got 3 daughters for you already. So I got 3 daughters you inspire already.
Right? Like, we have to lead the next generation so that they can build a character, build habits, build values, be aligned with who they are, and then literally guard their castle. They have to guard their mind. Only let the good stuff in. Where you feel like maybe you're not following the right account, maybe your circle is in the right circle, like elevate your circle. Get into a room and know that it's like your energy walks in before you even walk in, because you're shining from within. You don't need to be validated. Like, I don't give a shit. I really don't. Like, it's people, that's the thing. It's like, how do you not care what people think? Like, really? You think I'm going to stop myself on that? Like, they're thinking about me. I'm not about them. I'm talking. I only speak of positivity. I only want to play. I only want to impact, and I only want to be able to bring people together so that you two are bringing so much value in my community, and my community is served by you two. I love that.
And what people think of you is none of your business.
Isn't it? It's okay. It's all right. If they're not ready for you, that's okay. That's their journey. I love you. Like, I'll still be like, I love you. It's okay. Go do your thing, baby. I'm not for everybody. I'm not trying to be. I'm for me. I know where I'm going. And if you want to come play with me, and if you want to come impact with me, and my values it's the world now. The world now. That's what we need to do. And there's a lot of people that are hurt that can be just gifted with love and impact and vision and energy and beauty. And maybe what we just did this morning, we just woke them up. We just woke them up. They're up now. They're like, I get to the gym. Okay.
I mean, I got my ass kicked this morning in boxing, and I'm lit right now just from hearing you two. But Sonia, you are a breath of fresh air. I can't thank you enough for joining us. I know you got your kids running around in the background. Best part for me is just the beginning of stuff for us to do. Dave, as always,
So
I love you. Thank you for hopping in from the car
Thank you
ride.
for having me on.
Yeah.
Thank you for a beautiful friendship. Anything you need, my plate, Montreal, anything, I'm there. I love you guys. I'm so proud of the impact that you're doing, and keep doing it. It's beautiful, beautiful to see. It's beautiful.
Dave, you want to take
Oh my goodness! Just remember that it's the light within. You can't give what you don't have. It's the light within, and keep sharing your light. Don't let others interfere with that light. And I think there is no better person in 102 weeks. And we've had some big people on here that are impacting people. There's no one that illustrates light more than Sonia. Thank you so much for sharing your light.
Yeah, thank you, Sonia. I love you already. I'm going to connect with you after. Thank you
You
both.
got
Have
it.
an
Take it.
amazing weekend. Enjoy
Everybody,
Be
family
thanks
time.
epic.
for coming. Bye, guys.
My goodness, was that good? Wow. We'll see you next week for the Paradigm Shift episode 103. If you guys aren't following Sonia yet, do me a favor and go check out her content right now. She's awesome. Breath of fresh air, total light, great energy, great perspective, great vibes. We didn't even get into all the other stuff she's doing with creating your X factor and identifying that and building a brand and so forth. I want you guys to play Cash App. She's amazing. That was one of my favorite episodes ever, if not my favorite, episode 102. One thing that you can count on is we'll be back next week for episode 103. I love you guys so much. If you can do something for me today, set yourself up for next week. Sharpen the axe. Spend some time with your family. Think and play bigger. Grab the journal. Grab the whiteboard. Revamp the vision board. Know that you're worthy. Time just hasn't caught up yet. Whatever you want, however you can serve, whatever impact you can make, lean into that. The only way you lose is if you don't try. And I love what Sonia says, like, do it all. Like, this is our playground. Like, workout, family time, business, stages, all that stuff. I'm just energized right now. I'm so grateful to spend my Saturday morning with not only all of you, but also Big Dave and Sonia. I love you guys so much that it's concerning, but I will not pull back. I will press forward.